fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and I am joined right now by Charlie Edwards. How are you, sir? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm great, thank you. Really good. Everything's gone great. It's finally fight week, and I'm really looking forward to Saturday night.
Yeah, all this hard work and stuff, finally, the moment is here. How do you handle the pressure? I mean, this is a big card.
Yeah, it's a very big card, but since I turned pro, I've always been on the big stage, and I've always been chucked on like as TV floats and things like that. So I've always gone into full packed arenas. So I'm handling the pressure great. I thrive off it. Like this is showtime, and I perform better when I'm under the lights, under the pressure, and I'm really looking forward to getting in there Saturday and taking that IBF World title.
You are fighting a tough opponent. You're stepping up. A lot of people would look at this on paper and say, "Wow. Like, is this too early?" You know, John Casimiro is a really good fighter. He's obviously the champion. How exactly, or what went into the thought process of, you know what, I want to take this fight? I mean, obviously the title, but I'm saying, like, you know, sometimes it takes time to build up your career, but you're here. If you win, you've won a title so early on in your career.
Dare to be great. That's what it is. Listen, I'm a big flyweight. I tower over him. I'm very big. I have to really put in the work over the last 10 weeks to bring my weight down little by little, so I do it healthily. So I'm really looking forward to the fight. He's a great fighter. He can punch with both hands, and he is a two-weight legit world champion. But as soon as Eddie got onto me, and I just in my apartment, I was just sitting there, chucked him straight on YouTube, watched him when he knocked out Amnat Arungrang, and I just looked at him and thought, I can beat him. That instinct. Nah, he's got the style that suits me down to the ground. I've been on the GB team I was on there for 6 years, from the age of 15. So I have done all my work all around the world, fighting Kazakhs, Russians, Azerbaijans, all over the world, and I've gained my experience from that. So when I turned pro, it was always wanting to be fast tracked. I weren't ever getting into the pro game to just fight journeymans and have an easy career. My aim is to be a multi-weight world champion, and why not?
And to be respected for who you fought.
Exactly, be respected for who I fought. A lot of people would have turned this down at this 9 fights, and I'm only 23.
When I saw this on paper, I was like, damn, he's taking a challenge.
Yeah, I'm taking a challenge, but that's it. In boxing, I like to be challenged. I want to be up for fights, and every fight I've had, I've fought a better opponent. So when this come about, I just buzz off it. I love being on this stage.
Right.
I love the pressure, and like you said, rocks. When rocks are shine, then they turn into diamonds under the pressure. So I'm really looking forward to it. Saturday couldn't come quick enough. When I got there and was face to face with John Real, it really was real. And but I look into his eyes, and I know I can beat him. I've got everything to beat him. I'm young, I'm fresh. He's been in a lot of wars and taken a lot of punishment. He isn't awkward to hit, but he can punch. So I've got to be switched on. But I just know it's going to be a punch perfect performance on Saturday night, and I'm going to introduce myself to the world scene.
There you go. We got Golovkin versus Brook, a big card for you. Can I ask you how you see that fight going down?
It's a big ask for Kel. Like, I'm a big Golovkin fan, and he's a pound for pound king without a doubt. He's got power in both hands, and he's very clever. His footwork's there as well. So it's a crazy one. I just think the jump up in weight is too much for Brook. Like, you could say, oh yeah, but he walks around this way. I can walk around at 58 kilos. Don't mean I can fight at 58 kilos. So it's one of them things. I just think Golovkin will beat him. I hope Brook gives him the best fight to date and puts on a great show, but my heart and my head goes with Golovkin.
But do you see it being a stoppage, or do you actually see this going the distance?
I don't. To be honest, I think it's going to be a stoppage, a late stoppage though, because I think Brook will get up on his toes, and his speed might cause Golovkin a few problems early on. But Golovkin, I don't think will rush anything. He's a very clever man, and he'll take his time. And he's evil. He likes to like cat and mouse and tease him and then let him go. So It's going to be a great fight, and I'm just overwhelmed to be on the undercard of it.
Right. Why boxing for you? What inspired you as a child to say, you know what, I'm going to take up boxing? Because it's a really tough sport.
Yeah.
A lot of sacrifice, a lot of dedication. You're young. Obviously, there's got to be those moments where you're like, man, I just want to be young. But you have to be able to dedicate yourself.
I took up boxing to start with when I was 11. I was short and fat, and I just didn't. I used to play football, but then I don't know. I just needed to lose the weight for fitness for football, and it just took over my life. I took it, and boxing, it is really like a drug. You get hooked, you get addicted. And
so it was really all about fitness. It started with fitness.
Yeah, it was all about fitness to start with and to lose a bit of weight. Like when I was 11, my first fight was at 48 kilos. I'm only fighting at 50.8 now, so it says how short and chubby I was. But yeah, boxing's great because in boxing, you only get out what you put in. I sacrifice and dedicate my life to it because I want to go. I want to make something of my life. I want to go all the way. I want to make my mum, my dad, my family proud. And I'm one of them ones who need structure in life. I thrive off like knowing what I have to do. I've got to do this, got to do that. And I just eat, sleep and breathe boxing. And that's why I'm getting where I am and I'm putting in the performances I am, because I really am a true professional of the game.
What can the fight fans expect of you in the next year?
In the next year, well, I'll be world champion on Saturday, so
there you go.
So there's the start, and then get a few defensive in and hopefully push for big names.
Okay.
Like Chocolito and Estrada, who says get past Saturday, win the IBF crown. There's unification fights, and really in the flyweight division is bouncing at the minute, and there's big money fights out there.
We have Roman Gonzalez versus Carlos Cuadras this weekend. Can I ask you how you see that going down?
To be honest, I haven't really seen much of the Mexican world champion because he's not in my weight, so I haven't really focused on him. But Roman Gonzalez is a great fighter. As you can see, he's one of the pound-for-pound kings as well. So I don't know how it's going to go. I haven't looked too much into the Mexican, but from what Gonzalez is producing, and maybe as he's moved up a weight, he's even gained more power. So I look forward to watching that back after my fight.
Yeah. Well, look, it's great meeting you. Where can the fight fans find you? You got like a Twitter, Instagram?
Yeah, it's C. Edwards Boxing on Twitter and Instagram and on Facebook.
Okay,
so thanks, and hopefully you follow me up my journey, and thanks for the support.
Very nice.
Cheers.
Bye, fight fans. If you guys haven't already done so, make sure you download the Behind the Gloves app. It's free, and it features really cool stuff like a fight calendar that reminds you of all the upcoming fights, and it allows for you to, with one click, to remind yourself directly to your phone. And it also features 24/7 breaking news that's going on in boxing. So make sure you guys go ahead and do that and subscribe to this channel.